Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Welcome on in, the 12th of February, 2026. Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo with you. We got Christian Cat, as always, behind the glass today. Got you up till 6 p.m. Should be a fun program today. We got to do a little top 10 coming up a little later. And we got a lot of topics to discuss. It is All-Star Weekend in the NBA. It is off-season in the NFL. It is the thick of the regular season in college basketball. And it's the Olympics time. The men's Olympic ice hockey currently going on over across the pond. And the United States is currently in group stage play. So them and Latvia are in progress, one apiece in that one at the end of the first period. So we got a lot. We'll give you updates on that throughout the program. And it's All-Star Weekend. It's Mike's favorite weekend of the year.
Oh, what a waste of time.
It's Mike's favorite weekend of the year is the NBA All-Star Weekend. We talked about it last year. And Mike was on the side of
end it.
Axe it.
End it.
Now, let me just say, they're trying USA versus the world this year, which was definitely the right move. And last year, around this time, we were talking about the Four Nations tournament with the NHL.
Yeah.
And that's how they replaced their All-Star Weekend, which was a huge hit.
It was a success. I think a lot of it had to do with the hockey player, tremendous amount of pride they have for their nation. Colin, I don't think you're going to see that from the NBA player. I like the biggest thing, I think, when it comes to the NBA and this All-Star Weekend, try. Like, when they try, it's a good product. What was the year where they installed the rule of the final 4 minutes or whatever, and all of them tried?
That was
it
the Kobe year where they had to finish at 124 or something like that.
It's fantastic. It was fun. It was good basketball. But, like, what we saw the year it was Indianapolis. Was that last year? When the All-Star Weekend.
I don't know where it was.
When All-Star Weekend was in Indianapolis and you had Tyrese Halliburton shooting half-court shots in the first quarter, I immediately turned it off and said that they should give the people their money back. It's been bad. It's been bad. You got to find a way to get them to try. Colin, do you think it's USA versus the world? I personally don't think it is. And the year that I think the NBA knows that once the playoffs come around, people start getting bought in. But I don't think this is going to be one of those things that we're talking about after going, it's a tremendous amount of success. It's just that's not in the cards for the NBA right now. The NBA has been bad look after bad look nonstop.
So
I don't think it's going to get better until the playoffs come.
You don't think USA versus the world will do anything?
No, because they're not going to try. They don't care.
Let me pose this other question.
They don't care.
Now, Nick Wright went on Bill Simmons' podcast a couple days ago, and they were talking about this specific topic, and Nick Wright's grand old idea was to make the All-Star Weekend pivot. He's half joking, half not, was to make the game get the white guys in the NBA and have them take on the black guys in the NBA and make that the All-Star break because, Cooper Flagg, Con Knippel, a lot of good young players that are white. So it's almost like evening the totem pole, if you will. And that was his grand plan.
If this is where we're at, we got to end it.
You're telling me that they wouldn't try for that?
Colin, if and listen, this isn't a shot at Nick Wright. I think Nick Wright is great at what he does. If that's where we're at, if those are the ideas being thrown around, I'm honestly upset you guys yelled at me for saying end it last year.
I don't know.
Those are Christian.
I think they'd try for that one.
Christian. If that's the fix it all, white people versus black people, you got to end it. You got to end it.
I'm putting myself in Con Knippel's shoes. You drive to the lane and one. If you fist pump too hard, you're going to get in trouble. You can't celebrate too hard. Dude. You'll get in trouble. So, I feel like you're definitely towing a line. It'll never happen. It would be better than anything we've seen in the past 10
It
years.
should happen.
You're telling me they wouldn't play hard?
No, they wouldn't care.
They'd play hard.
First off, it'd be lopsided. The black men of the NBA would.
Yeah, they would dominate.
It would be a 40-point game.
It'd be Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis, Luka, LeBron, and Wembanyama against Flagg and Con Knippel, Austin Reeves, Jokic.
Be a bloodbath. Let's call a spade, mate. Christian, if this is a serious, and listen, if
this is serious, but it was a hypothesis.
Well, what I'm saying is, if this is where we're at, I am upset with the both of you that you completely dismissed me of saying just end it and let the boys go on vacation and figure something out to do that weekend that involves the NBA. Like come up with a celebration of life or something for the passed on NBA members, or like do something cool, do something for charity. All right,
you want to memorialize?
Yeah, dude. For all the greats, stars? For the greats that are no longer with us. It's a weekend where we get together and celebrate all the great pioneers of the sport.
Hold hands and pray.
Bob Cousy,
Cousey's alive.
That's hysterical. You get what I'm saying? All the players that aren't with us anymore. Well, let's do something for that. Colin, the grand point is, if we're at the point to fix the NBA All-Star game of doing white people versus black people, that is an issue. We need to end it.
That's memorialized
Mr. Cousy. I'm so sorry.
If you thought,
Mr. Cousy, I'm so sorry. I
you
thought you were
like
passed away.
basketball.
God, it's a bad look. Oh, it's a bad look.
You thought Nick Wright's
so
idea
sorry,
was
Bob
bad.
Cousy.
I don't think a funeral is the answer. Gotta be honest.
It's not a funeral. It's a celebration of life.
That's what a funeral is.
Like, I don't know.
Have you ever heard, are you actually
I think
tongue in cheek? But that's what people call funerals.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
That exact
All right.
phrase.
Memorandum,
Memorial.
Whatever. It's a memorandum, whatever.
You love that one segment of the ESPYs that makes everyone cry.
But listen, guys, if you guys are down with this, it is an issue.
Down with it is certainly a word. I'm intrigued to see what the USA versus the world is. If it's interesting, great. If not, I would not be surprised, like you said. But you're telling me that there's it's at least a funny idea to fancy, because you're telling me that it wouldn't have some intrigue in the political scope of our society. People would get into that, unfortunately, but
yeah,
it's the same reason that it draws attention for better or worse.
Yeah, you'd get a lot of negative, or probably wouldn't be worth it for the greater good. Wouldn't be there.
You guys
get an intriguing and a good number on the broadcast.
It'd be for the wrong reason.
But at what cost?
You guys divide the country even
Right.
further.
Do you guys
really
know?
dominated young Sheldon last night, so at least there's that.
Young Sheldon, waste of
Yeah.
time. Bob Cousy is 97.
Yeah, he's old, but he's not
Fair
dead.
play to
He's alive.
Bob.
He's alive.
Like I said,
Maybe
I'm
he
still
would
on
be
that.
in the celebration
still
of life
on
on
that.
Sunday.
Easy.
I am so sorry to the Cousy family. I had no idea Bob was still around at 97. I hope I'm around until I'm 97. Honest to God. Hey, Colin, if this is I'm not
Thank
even.
God Mike's not the event coordinator for
God.
the memorial at
Bob,
the NBA.
Mr. Cousy, great pioneer
Bob's
of the
gonna
game.
be front row. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, Mike. But figure something else to do if you're going to make it white versus black. That
right.
the division
USA
of it. I'm with
versus
Christian
world.
on that too.
I just worry.
Well, USA versus the world is technically.
But they're not going to try. They don't care.
And
that's the problem with the NBA athlete. They don't care until April 4th whenever the playoffs start. They don't care.
I deem it necessary to restate the fact that this was Nick Wright joking on a podcast with Bill Simmons about an idea. This has never been kicked around. For anyone that just joined the show, got in the car right now, no, there are not plans in the works.
Nick Wright did say, he's like, they'll try. Hopefully they try for USA versus the world.
Can I say something? How sad is it that we got to come up with crazy ideas like that to get these guys to try? God forbid you show up to your job and give 100%.
We were talking to Evan Cohen about it yesterday.
How about this, Colin? For all of you listening that might work in sales, tech, business, whatever it may be, go half-ass your job and see. Go half-ass your job for
Mike,
5 months.
Here's the problem with how
with
how you perceive this and how you talk about this. You talk about it, you complain about it, but you offer no solution. You're not offering.
I am.
That's not a solution.
End it. No one watches. No one cares.
Well, nobody watches the regular. You're saying the same thing about the regular season. You want to axe that too? You want to just determine?
Don't ask
16?
me what I want to do.
So you don't want to
turn it to 20 games, all right, and make games actually matter.
You want to do 20 games of the regular season?
Listen, you think they try? Hang on, shorten the season. Shorten the season. Play once a week.
From 80.
Sorry, Kyle. If all they
from
do
82
is
to what?
If all they do is complain about, we're playing too much, we can't do back-to-backs. Well, guess what? Make it like a 30-game season. You play once a week and make the games mean something. Dude, what are they doing in the Olympics? What are they doing in World Cup? Group stage. If you have this amount of points, you get to compete in the playoffs. And guess what? If you want to half-ass it in the 30 games, have fun in Cancun for 6 months out of the year. That's what I would do. I don't shorten the season and make them care. Make the regular season mean something.
Logically, that makes no sense because the amount of money you're leaving on the table is incredulous. Like there's no money, Mike. That's 50 games times 30. 30 teams missing 50 regular season
Guarantee
games.
you do a better rating than I would say 5 of the games that get played on a weeknight. All right. I don't listen. You're right. The TV deals and whatever, fine. It's not going to happen. We're 10 years away from recircling around to the new television contracts. But you want to know how you get guys to try? If you make it mean for something. Say what you want about world football. The reason it's great, there's no playoffs. Every regular season game means something on the table. When you win the Premier League trophy, it's because of the body of work that you did throughout the season and how many points you have at the end of the year. Every single game matters.
Well, here's the problem, is they play once a week, and NBA basketball players and basketball players generally can play multiple times a week. That's just how the sport
I get it.
has been able to been played, and that nothing needs to they don't need to play once a week because guys are getting hurt in 30 games into the year. Just shrinking it to 30 games I don't think makes a ton of sense. Evan Coe, one of his solutions was when we talked about it with him yesterday, he said move everything up. He said move the trade deadline earlier into the NFL season so it sort of gets washed through. And he said make All-Star Weekend in between the conference championship and the Super Bowl and have it be their own little weekend and tally on it. Christian and I were under the same belief. I think the players make too much money. They make way too much money.
Correct. And it's Colin.
It's all guaranteed.
Colin, they make too much money for a sport nobody watches.
Well, it's guaranteed.
That nobody cares about.
It's not incentive laden. Think about there's a perfect example. The NFL. The NFL is great because outside of the quarterback, who has usually a huge guaranteed contract, but the quarterback is contingent on the team operating. Every other player, wide receiver, running back, offensive lineman, defensive line especially, it's about. There's incentives with how much you play, percentage of snaps you're on the field. If you stink, they can cut you. They're going to convert it to signing bonuses. There's a ton of these things that can change if you have a bad stretch.
If we're being fair, the NFL is too much in the owner's favor, and the NBA is too much in the player's favor. There needs to be a middle, right? There needs to be a middle where the players and the owners it's a healthy, I think, relationship. Like the NFL PA, Colin, compared to the baseball PA and the Players Association, by the way, context. But the NFL PA is helpless in a lot of this stuff because the league is so much in the owner's favor. Now, the NFL makes the most money.
And the NFL doesn't care because they're raising the salary cap by $50 million a year.
Exactly. But that's in the end to the NFL's, feather in their cap is, hey, the players don't have a lot of leadway, but we're the most successful league. That's why things will probably never change on the NFL side of things. I think the NBA, what can they take a victory lap for right now? Like, what is working?
The playoffs are great. That's it.
But it's 2 months out of a how long season? So how do you sell a regular? And that's why I said and it's unfeasible, Colin, because you're right. The ticket sales, and the teams that the teams make on an 80-game schedule, you're not going to be able to compete with it. But the NFL, they play once a week and they make it work. You see what I'm saying? Maybe the NBA figures out to do a 25-game season where games are actually you can't miss it because everything's on the line. Everything's on the line. A certain amount of teams make the playoffs.
You want a 25-game season.
Dude, I'm tired of hearing everyone. There's too many games.
It's just ridiculous.
A lot of people will watch.
It's ridiculous.
But the less there is, the more people want to watch, and the more these games matter. That's my thing.
I hear you, but turning it from 82, what are you going to do with all the records? What are you going to do with all the point scoring? There's nobody that's ever going to break a record ever again. You're going to have them do 25 regular season games and then have to win 16 in the playoffs?
Then tell the players to start trying.
Well,
tell them to start trying.
I
and start
understand
making
that.
this a
Mike,
watchable
I'm on the same
product in
I'm on the
January.
same page that they need to combat the tanking and they need to combat. This is the time of the year where everybody tries to fix the NBA, and it continuously is a problem with it because one thing I'll add, baseball wasn't afraid to make a change. The games were too long. It dragged on entirely too much in person and on TV. What did they do? They established the pitch clock. They wanted the leagues to be even. They wanted the American League and the National League to be even. What? They abolished the pitcher hitting, and they made a universal DH. That was another big thing they did. So they expanded the postseason in a smaller capacity. And the regular season is what it is. It's probably too long if we're really talking about it, but it's a war of attrition. That's what it's made to be. It's in a good spot because of that. The pitch clock was really the most monumental change to any league in the last 10 years for a positive margin. Like that was the best pound for pound of all of them, really. And the NBA at this point is now struggling on February 12th all week with guys getting shut down for the year because they're hurt or they're allegedly hurt and they just want to get shut down so they can tank. Stars, OKC played the San Antonio Spurs on national TV about 2 weeks ago. They sat 7 of their top 10 rotation players, and they basically fielded 8, a couple G League guys, and they went out there and lost by 20, and that was it. And that's just the type of thing. Yeah. There's a disinterest in making events in the regular season. I agree with you.
The reason I understand the record part of it. I didn't even think of it that way.
Right? Let's say nobody's ever going to touch the records.
I didn't even think of it that way, but like, what is the NFL post Super Bowl era or post like do something?
It was 12 games. It was 10 games.
Do something. You got to make these games matter again. And if all I'm hearing is we're playing way too much, the travel schedule, whatever it may be, the wear and tear of an 82-game season, the NFL makes it work with 17 games. All right? Maybe you take one out of their playbook.
What about shrinking the lottery odds? So what I mean by that is of the teams that do not make the regular season, or the postseason, I should say, so the 14 of them that don't get in via the play-in, they have I wouldn't say flat odds, but the odds of getting the number 1 overall pick is evened out. So you don't need to be terrible throughout the entire year. The problem with that is I do think it adds more teams into the trying to pull a Dallas Mavericks and get the number 1 overall pick after they just won 38 games. But it's just an idea.
This falls under Mike Rizzo trying to get rid of something with no solution, but get rid of the lottery. Fine, figure something new out. It's why you get paid millions of dollars to, make these leagues work and to make things work. The lottery is a disaster. It's it's rigged. By the way, I'm shooting from the hip here. I'm speculating. For the record, I'm speculating. It's rigged. I mean, the Cavs had a 1% chance of getting it post LeBron. The Bulls had a 0.4% chance of getting it to get their hometown
Mavericks,
hero, Derrick Rose.
1.5%.
The Mavericks, after that GM pulled the worst move any of us have ever seen in sports history. Spare me. That thing is rigged. Okay? So find a new way to determine who gets the number 1 pick. And like I said, I'm offering no solution, but I damn well know that is not working.
How about this? I saw this as well. If once you get to a certain point in the season in which the eliminated teams are, still battling it out, like the last 10, 15 games of the year for the bad teams in the league, they have to play and win the remaining games on their schedule. If they're already eliminated from the postseason and the amount that they win in, let's say the last 10 or the last 15 games for eliminated teams, last 10 games for eliminated teams, they have to play and win in order to get better lottery odds.
Fine, if it makes them try. Maybe those games are going to be watchable with the worst players in the league on the worst
Kings
team.
Wizards on a early April night where they both have went 3-4 in their last 7 games, and they're trying to get to the best odds of the 1 pick.
This is what happens, in my opinion, with the culture of American sports and playoffs. You get what I'm saying? You could have with baseball, we don't really have this issue, right? Like the regular season is long.
Teams sell, but yes.
Fine. But the season is long. I understand that. The NFL is like where it's perfect, where you get the last place team trying their you-know-what off. Like, remember, what was it with Lovie Smith with the Texans? He won the final week of the season when they should have theoretically been tanking for the number 1 pick.
Giants is another example.
And
Giants.
I know there have been examples, Colin, of NFL teams tanking, like the Browns and stuff.
Very rarely,
the 1-31 Browns.
Raiders this past year.
Famously, Hugh Jackson wanted to try and sue the Browns, whatever. But, you want to know why? And I keep going back to world football because, Colin, if you're a bad team, dude, you're going to get sent down to League 2. You know, that relegation battle means something.
In theory,
those games at the end of the season, you're battling for your life to stay up, to stay in the Premier League, and to keep getting the TV money.
In theory, it makes something. It means I understand what you're saying, but that's just never that's just not the concept of American sports.
And that's the thing. But like every single regular season game is theater and must watch because you are battling for your life. These teams aren't battling for. I would say outside the NFL. Outside of the NFL, in the MLB and in the NBA, they are not consistently battling for their lives. I don't think there's an issue of trying in the MLB. There's not. These guys are trying to, the statistics and batting average, like everything, in my opinion, statistically matters in the MLB. And then in the NBA, you got guys half-you-know-whatting it, and it is a complete and utter disaster.
Mike, I don't think you're far off with relegation working in American sports. I think it could work. Do you think you'd kill franchises by taking them out of the running for championships in a literal situation where quite literally you're not in this top percent of NBA teams? So in 2026 and 2027, you're not allowed to compete for a championship. Would that kill teams?
Yes.
Okay, kill
fan bases.
I don't think so. I think people would still go to games.
You think so? One thing I'll
because
say
it's not
is
like we're going to line up for these games
fans
today.
Are much more adamant and energetic and emphatic about the success of living and dying by their team. It's not the American sports fan. That's a college team sporting that's akin to college. It's not akin to the NBA. If the Jazz get relegated, do you think anybody's showing up to the Jazz next year if they have no opportunity to make the postseason?
So to Colin's point, quickly, if I could interject. Christian, what happens when these teams get relegated go one or two ways, all right? They could try to retain as many players as possible and try to go for it to get back up immediately. But a lot of the time, some of the time, I should say, they completely sell off, and you don't see them for a couple of years. The issue is, to Colin's credit, because the kids you give him credit, he's in tune with TV contracts and how much these teams are pulling from all that. The reason in world football why it's such a disaster to get relegated is because you miss out on all the TV contracts.
It
you
backs
miss
up
out.
to you in a
Yeah,
lot of ways.
it does. It does. It sets you back. And that's why you hope you have an owner or whoever it may be of the World Football Club that wants to get right back in it and spend money. Because too many times you get relegated, you miss out on all that money, and the owner goes,
they coast,
forget about it.
And they coast.
Yep, and that's it.
It would be good for the Kings, Pelicans, Jazz.
And they deserve to. They deserve to.
Yeah, it'd be good if they were not competing for championships this year.
They haven't been relevant
fans.
in
Why would
years.
it be? They're not competing right now. That's the problem.
Exactly. They wouldn't be playing teams that are.
Now, to Colin's point, with how
So what are they competing for? Why are they even playing the games?
To try to get back into that running.
with how the issue is with how world football is
We're
set
going to
up.
put them in a 6-game league, in a 6-franchise league?
Yes.
Where 6 teams play each other?
Yeah.
How would that work? You're going to have the Pelicans and the Jazz play over an 82-game season. They would play 16 times.
A little bit less than that.
They play 10 times. They play the Pelicans and the Jazz play each other 10 times. And then you shrink the postseason, of course. You can't have 20 teams in the left in the NBA and have 16 make the regular season. So you're having an 8-team postseason.
But you also are adding games in terms of trying to get, what's the opposite of relegation, Mike?
Promotion.
Promotion. Then now that is a new stake that does matter with those teams that don't look like garbage because they're being compared to the creme de la creme in the NBA like they are right now.
So, Christian, out of the 20 teams in the NBA that are in the running, the bottom 3 would go down to whatever godforsaken league. To the League
new
2.
thing.
To the League
G
2.
League?
To the League 2 with the rest of the 12 teams. How many? Sorry,
you lost your privilege to be even being considered to play teams that are competing.
So let me get this straight. 18 NBA teams and 12 teams in the sub-league. The sub-league competes for nothing just for a chance to get back to 18.
Yes.
And the bottom 3 in the 18 move down, and the top 3 in the bottom 12 move up. But they all get access to the same draft picks. They all get the same access to the same free agent class, and that's it. And if you're an NBA rookie getting drafted to a terrible team, you're telling me that there is no chance that they could perform in the postseason for 4 years of an NBA career, and that team is under a salary cap. Keep that in mind. Soccer is not salary capped, and that's another problem. So you got to abolish salary cap.
There are financial fair play, but let's not get into all that.
There's not a salary cap.
There's FFP, but let's not
they
get
get
into
money
it.
to the team because they get paid, and the team can distribute that however
It's
they want.
baseball-esque.
It's baseball-esque. It's rich owner, rich team. That's not the case. The NBA is a salary-capped league, so you're still giving the team, the Jazz, the same amount of money because they need to be able to sign free agents the same way. It's not fair. So unless you want to abolish that, if you think that having no salary cap is the solution, is that what I'm hearing? Because you can't do a salary cap with that, right? Because the TV, why would the Jazz get the same amount of money if they're playing the Pelicans 10 times?
And that's a big thing. Like I said, in world football, you're not getting the TV money
then it
that
turns
you
into
would
the
get
MLB,
from the
and
Prem.
the MLB is a huge nightmare. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's a huge nightmare. So there's something I agree.
I think the concept can
concept,
work. We don't have the details.
I don't
That's why
disagree.
we don't get paid millions of dollars. God forbid Adam Silver gets off his butt and does
I don't
something.
disagree with punishing teams that are trying to lose, and there's a way to punish them. In my opinion, that's not that.
Or punishing teams that are losing.
Yeah, just the bottom line
Consistently.
Is,
That's
there needs to be a punishment.
Like,
That's the bottom
if
line.
I'm being honest, what makes me very upset as a fan is for me, the Browns. They should have been relegated 15 years ago, and they should have been irrelevant 15 years ago. But here we are in American sports.
You can't criticize the NFL because the NFL worst to first happens all the time.
All right. So let me put myself in a Utah Jazz fandom. They've been miserable since Mitchell left. They've been terrible. They've been bad for 5 years straight. And there's no penalty. There should be a penalty for consistently being an awful team. And there are plenty of them in all of sports, not just the NBA. And the MLB, all right, there are a ton of, poopy teams that have been poopy for very long. And the NFL is the same way. But in American sports, you don't get punished. You still get all the TV money. You still get high draft picks and a chance to do it. How are you still an awful team 5 years later when you've had 5 top 5 picks for 5 years and the same amount of money to spend?
You're drafting poorly.
Besides baseball.
We'll continue the conversation on the other side of things. 888-760-3776. Mike and Christian want a relegation factor, a way to punish the bad teams in the NBA, make it a little bit more competitive in the regular season. We did this last year, and I'm curious because the problem still remains. There is issues with the NBA regular season. I think it stems from the commissioner. I think it trickles down from there. There's a lot of things that go into it. But on the positive note, because, if you're somebody like me, and to switch on another gear really quick, and you got to understand that, just showing up to the gym, you just, you're half whatting it. You're not putting your full effort in. But you got to go to a class. You got to go somewhere where somebody could push you. That's talking about training, not working out, just training. You want to feel stronger, faster, more conditioned? F45 West Palm Beach is the place for you. F45 stands for Functional 45, a 45-minute high-intensity team training session that is a different workout every single day. You're stepping into a team environment with a bunch of like-minded individuals and experienced coaches to push you to that next level, whether you're chasing strength, endurance, just trying to stay game ready. F45 West Palm Beach delivers. Take 3 classes now for just $30. That's 3 classes for $30 at f45.com/West Palm Beach. F45 West Palm Beach, team training, life changing. We'll take a timeout. 888-760-3776. What do you think the NBA needs to do to solve this tanking issue that has sort of swept the league by storm, at least the bottom half of it? We'll continue it on the other side of things. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
The 4 p.m. hour on ESPN 106.3 is served by the Delray Beach Open. 140 miles per hour aces, parties, and all the good vibes. Get your tickets today at DelrayBeachOpen.com.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and when it comes to the NBA, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I want it all. The NBA Rising Stars take over your Friday night. New names, fast-paced, zero hesitation. Hear it all at 9 on ESPN 106.3.
Are you a business owner or handle your company's marketing? Banyan Printing and Signs partners with over 1,000 local businesses in Palm Beach County. Their full-service solution saves you time and money by eliminating multiple vendors. From business cards and brochures to direct mail services and signage, they do it all. Fast turnaround, free local delivery, and superior customer service are what sets Banyan apart. Could a market leader with 48 years improve your current model? Visit BanyanOnline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Mike Rizzo here. Moving soon? Trust the pros who move the pros. Call Good Greek for your total relocation solution. From packing and storage to local and long distance moves, Spiro and his team at Good Greek Moving and Storage have you covered. They've been trusted by families, businesses, and they're now the official movers of the UFC. Call the world's only total relocation company.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers. Car buying just leveled up at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. We're now open at 7 a.m. Shop early, skip the crowds, and get on with your day. No pressure, no nonsense. Just real people who listen, including female sales professionals ready to help. And check this out. The invoice is on every new car. No games, no surprises. No time to stop by? We bring the test drive to you, home or office. Buy the right way at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach. Early, easy, exceptional.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Do you shrink the NBA season? Do you create a relegation system and find a way to get these teams demoted if they purposefully lose games or they purposefully try to tank for draft position? A lot of problems, not a lot of solutions. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, and Christian Cat. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Streaming live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida and Twitter and Facebook at ESPN West Palm. Mike wants 30-game regular season. I circle back. I'm a big fan of it. I'm biased. But that's part of the reason why I think college basketball works. And
it's great.
I think it's the best scheduled sport by a mile. And it's because it's 30 games. You get 20 conference games. You have a conference tournament. You have 3 tournaments a year in Thanksgiving, conference tournament, and then the main one. It's a single elimination tournament, so there's an element of randomness to it. Usually the best team still wins.
The logistics, why it wouldn't work in the NBA? Let's go to it. The 82 games and the money the teams get from the home games.
You're halving contracts.
Yeah, that and also the record book. The way I look at it, Colin, the owners need the money for the – what's half of 82, Colin, off the top of your head?
41.
Okay, there you go. They need the 41. They need the 41 home games. All right, they bank on that for the bottom line. All right, if you shorten the season, you got to figure out how you're going to make that money. All right, the money that you would get from 41 home games, and then you bring up something good with the record book. I say make it post era, right? The Super Bowl era, the what do they call it in baseball? The post a certain era in baseball. I would just do that, but it's never going to happen. And until something does get figured out, I think we're going to continue to have these conversations every February 12th through the 20th because football ends, no more college football, no more NFL, and we realize we're banished to the NBA.
Well, I don't think it's been this bad for a long time. I really don't.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. It's unwatchable. It really is. And I make it abundantly clear, I feel like, every time we say this, because I even get told by buddies and people around town, you're so down on the NBA. You're so toxic about the NBA. Well, the reason I am is because it was my favorite sport. Dude, Colin, it's my favorite league from about 2003 to 2019. It seemed like anything that happened, like now after COVID, it has been since we were in the bubble, it has been an absolute nightmare.
Let me float this out there. Evan Cohen did say this when he joined on Theoretically Speaking yesterday. When I filled in he said, if you get rid of the second aprons and the salary cap restrictions that teams currently have so they can't stack players on teams, and in other words, he's saying bring back super teams, and he's saying, well, tanking happened before. Teams were not very good before, and load management happened before, but there were big super teams, big dynasties that sort of overshadowed the problems, I should say. So he's saying bring super teams back, give too much good to talk about, That it overshadows the bad. Do you think there's any validity to that?
It ruined, like, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think that rule is in place to help the small market team.
It was in place to split up. They don't want the Warriors,
Right.
winning four titles
and
in 5 years.
They want teams like Pistons and the small markets to be able to keep their star. Like, what's always the saying? A star who gets drafted by their team.
They're distributing talent.
That team could give them the most money.
They're distributing talent.
Right. That team could give them the most money. I'm like, fine. That's a fine rule. But to Evan's point, and I see where he's coming from on this, dynasties are good. The Warriors were fun to talk about. The Cavs with LeBron were fun to talk about. The Lakers with Shaq and Kobe were fun to talk about.
It was more, yeah, you're right. And even when the Cavs and the Warriors, when post-Durant, 4 or 5 game series, it still had a lot more buzz comparatively to what we've seen recently. And the fact that there have been 8 different NBA teams to win titles since 2019, essentially, and 7 different teams.
And not to circle back around to something that gets talked to exhaustion, Kyle, but I think the whole face of the league thing is relevant in this conversation too. Like post LeBron. And listen, I can argue, Colin, I'm LeBron's biggest fan, all right? We're already there. LeBron's not the best player in the league anymore.
No.
So, like,
the NBA's got players. I do think it has
but they don't have the guy.
Yeah.
They don't have the guy.
I don't know if that's the problem at this point, though.
I just think it's a layer.
It's a layer.
I think it's a layer. That's all I'm trying to throw out there is that, and listen, Kyle, you could, and I know you're not that, and rest in peace. Colin's not saying he doesn't like Kobe, but like you're not like me where you think he's one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, he is one of the greatest of all time. In my opinion, he's not like a top 5 player.
That's fine. But what I'm saying is he carried the league. It went Michael, it went Kobe, and it went LeBron.
And they were on super teams. They were on big teams.
I don't see that player. And I don't. And like you said, that's a whole nother layer to the problem of guys not trying the regular season, the players making way too much money for a league that, the numbers are there. You could tell me you're not a rating guy or whatever. The numbers are not there that matches what these companies, like the companies that have the rights to the league, the numbers don't match what they bought the league and the rights for. Exactly. It doesn't add up. And these guys are making way too much money. That's it.
I wonder if there's a realistic fix. And I've been down on Silver. We haven't even talked about him yet. The commissioner of the NBA
ruined the league. I'm going to say for Colin.
He's too buddy-buddy. That's it. He's too buddy-buddy with the player. He wants a collectiveness, and everybody agrees, same page. Let's all be happy. You need a business owner to run a business, and he's not a business owner.
Dude, David Stern's
he ran it like a business.
My favorite commissioner of all time in any sport.
If you don't like
David
Goodell,
Stern.
well, think of Goodell's a businessman. Goodell runs the NFL like a business model. Rob Manfred, for better or worse, runs the MLB like a business model. You get the sense that the Adam Silver sort of runs it to dominate the cultural scene and not the entertainment scene.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. He wants to make these guys giant icons outside and off the court, but he's not worried about on the court. That's my personal problem with Silver. I don't know if they'd ever get rid of him because he's making the players too much money and he's making the owners a lot of money.
Remember, this was the same commissioner.
Got to make it $70 billion over 11 years.
This was the same commissioner that said it's a highlight league. When it came time to, hey, Adam, where can we find your league? Well, it's really a highlight league. What? You're really going to not tell people to buy your subscription-based service that lets them watch every game?
I'd kill for him to have a press conference now. Somebody ask him about this.
Dude.
Ask him about the tanking.
He'll never do it.
I'd die for him to have a press
conference. He'll never do
it
unless it's, they already know what they're going to ask and whatever, It's a fixed press conference. How about that? He doesn't have enough to get in front of a camera right now. Why would he? Honest to God, I don't even blame him. You got nothing good to talk about. What does he have that? What's good to talk about with the NBA right now?
All-Star Weekend.
Oh, that's a nightmare. Yeah. He can't wait for that to be over. Yeah,
He'll do a press conference after the first week of the postseason when they have a great week.
I think I feel bad for him. It's not even like I'm angry. I literally think I feel bad for the commissioner. He's probably going to sleep every single night tonight going, I hope these guys try. I hope they try. Because that's what it boils down to.
Maybe he doesn't care.
If the players try.
Maybe he doesn't care.
He's got to care. Trust me, he cares.
He's got to care. They got a $77 billion TV rights deal, which is too much money that they get. More money than the NBA could count. And that is an absurd amount for that league. And all the players are making $70 million a year. The salary cap is going up. The apron is strict, so a lot of players go in different spots, and there's a lot of good pros coming through the draft right now. So I don't know. He just got Cooper Flagg in there, who's an 18-year-old who's already dominating the NBA. I don't know how pissed he is. I hope he is. He should be.
By the way, 11-year deal, 2035 is when, that ungodly money, you're going to circle back around to that.
That's 10 years from now.
Exactly. And you think 10 years from now when they saw 500,000 people watching a godforsaken game between the Suns and the Warriors?
That I don't think is fair because that's too far from now to make that
But still, it's like
10 years ago, the NBA Finals was doing $30 million on Game 7 Cavs Warriors. So keep that in mind.
With LeBron and Prime Curry.
I get, but 10 years ago, you wouldn't have been able to predict what's happening today.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I am being a little unfair, but at the same time, with the garbage with the slop they're throwing at my face, that is an NBA Wednesday night, whatever, dude. It was Thursday nights. I would be up at 11:30 at night on a school night, glued to the TV watching Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. Could not take my eyes off of the product. Now I laugh. I see it on the TV and I go, I don't even want to give my viewership
Is it
to
unfair?
it. Colin, on my YouTube TV, Christian, am I petty for this? On my YouTube TV, I'll see the NBA on there and I go, I don't even want to give them an eyeball. I'll throw on college basketball. I don't even want to give them an eyeball at this point. That's how bad the product is.
I might be talking from a minority, and a lot of people say, well, the college player is not that good. I'm firmly in the belief that college basketball is a much, even through the postseason, much superior product.
110%. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
And people go, "Oh,
it's having a great year."
Do you want to know what the NBA homers will say? Too many missed shots, too many missed free throws. It's bad basketball.
Is it bad to say that the NBA player might be too good? Is that crazy?
No, here's the thing.
They all hit threes. They all can defend it. They're all lengthy and athletic. They don't
What do you do, dude?
They score 140 points a night because they're too
Colin,
skilled.
College plays team basketball. The NBA isn't team basketball.
Everybody's the same. Everybody hits threes. Everybody wants to hunt a mismatch.
I'm going to take you one-on-one, and I'm going to throw it to somebody wide open for a three. And if they're not wide open, they're good enough to make a contested 35-footer.
I guess the question is the NBA player too good? That's really what it boils down to.
No, the style of play is unwatchable.
Well, the style of play,
it's unwatchable.
The style of play is because they're too good.
I remember
they all can hit their threes.
It was like a 30-minute low light tape of a random Phoenix Sun game that I sent you on Instagram, and it was literally just guys shooting threes for 25 minutes. Unwatchable.
It's because these guys are too good.
Dude, I'm watching.
These guys are too good.
I'm watching Luke Murray, who runs the offense for UConn, go set after set
against Butler
on that 35-minute scoreboard, and I'm going, wow, these guys know where to be. They're well coached. I'm watching
somebody
Florida.
Hire him.
Colin, I'm watching Florida go set for set, kicking the crap
I agree with that.
out of Georgia.
I think if you like watching basketball, I think you're 100% right.
And then come tournament time, you see these kids freeze. They have the better team. They're scared, you know what? And this Little Sisters of the Poor, it's great. It's theater.
They're a little bit more human. There's something to that.
It's theater.
There's something more to. I agree with that.
It's theater. Now,
I think teams have identities. I think teams are different. I think teams are good at shooting. Some teams aren't. Some teams are good at going to the basket. Some teams are longer. Some teams are defensive-minded. I think that the NBA teams, they're a little bit of everything.
You're not getting, to Colin's credit, you're not getting the maybe greatest athletes in the world like you are in the NBA. And I still say the best athletes are in that league, in the NBA.
Oh, best athletes in the world.
In the world. It's not even close. They just don't care. You know what I mean? They don't care to play, and that's why I'm shut off by it. In college, I watched a big bubble implication game last night, all right?
No one's thinking about Ohio State. No one cares.
A big bubble implication where Buckeyes and Trojans, those guys were battling for their lives to play in the NCAA tournament. They were trying. They were caring. Bodies were flying. It was great. It was a good watch. And they had to go for a circle to answer your question again. It's not even a question to me that college basketball is more appetizing and a better product than the NBA regular season right now. And I think March Madness is a whole lot better than the NBA playoffs.
It's different. 3 weeks versus 2 months. It's different. It's hard to judge. It is hard to judge.
And I like both. All right. I do. I really do like Christian, you tell me if I'm dead. I really do like the NBA playoffs. I do.
Do you?
All right, so Mr. Schedule over there, Colin Russo.
Yes.
You told me it's the best scheduling of any sport.
Yes.
Where's the games tonight? Where's the college basketball games tonight? I'm seeing one game,
Thursday,
9 o'clock, Memphis and North Texas.
Thursday's the off day. Thursdays, you asked the wrong guy. This. You poked the butt. You poked the bear. You don't like this. You don't like this. All right, you want to know why college basketball is the best scheduled sport in sports, period? Because they start the season with 10 non-conference games for every team, and all the top teams have to play each other. It's a very metrics-based sport. We always say college football is too subjective with the committees. It's not subjective in college basketball. You need quad 1 win, quad 2, quad 3. It's all levels. So all these top teams play each other. You should look at what Florida did before they started in the SEC.
Now, how does the Maui Invitational factor into things?
So the Maui Invitational got hurt. It used to be a huge tournament, but an NIL-based tournament called the Players Era just came out in Vegas, and they're offering, I think it might be Saudi money, $1 million for the winning team. Maui doesn't have that money, so the novelty sort of has worn off. It's not as great of a tournament. What they care about more, and I also think part of the reason that Maui got hurt is because UConn, if you remember, lost 3 games in 3 days, and it killed their tournament chances in the beginning of the year, and Hurley went nuts on the tournament. I think that trickled down, but that's neither here nor there. What's good about college basketball is these top teams have to schedule tough teams in the first 10 days. Look what Alabama did. Look what Kentucky does. They all play each other. Top 10 matchups galore. Then you start conference play, 20 games. You're done in 2 months. You have to... Conference play is great.
Turn your mic on. Conference play is a lot of fun, too.
And it's almost finished. And then after that, remember, I didn't consider this in the first 10 games. There's always a Thanksgiving week tournament, the feast week. So they play a tournament. You play 3 games in 3 days.
By the way, feast week, his favorite time of the
year.
My
favorite time of the year because they play 3 games in 3 days. So it's like nonstop. Go, go, go. And that means good teams play good teams. So you have a tournament there. Then you have the non-conference games. That's when like UConn plays Florida. Huge game.
Yep.
UConn played Illinois at Madison Square Garden.
Was an absolute classic.
And then you go to conference play, knock out the conference play. Then you get to the conference championship. 2 weeks. Conference championship week is 5 days apiece. That's why it's great. If you're a Big Ten team, NC State. Why was the NC State run great 2 years ago? Because they won 5 games in 5 days. That's where it's fun.
Yeah.
These guys are playing game after game after game and beating tournament teams
and they
as a team that was 500, and they made the tournament because of it. And then you get into the NCAA tournament where the first weekend is the best 4 days in the history of sports.
Did you
every
take
single
off?
Year.
You need to take off, I think.
I didn't take off last year. I'm not taking off this year.
Okay.
I don't want...
You should take
all
off.
All of that, but you can't
I'll cover for you.
You can't get that game?
No, February 12th.
Christian, I'm telling you right now, this is my day off. I'm happy I'm not watching a college basketball game tonight. Because what they do, check tomorrow. What's on Fox tomorrow night? Let's take a look. Fox usually has a big Friday night game.
We've got 4 games in all of college basketball tomorrow.
What ranked, you mean? Ranked. What's the Fox game?
No, this is 4 games.
Period?
Yeah, they're putting George Mason and George Washington on my score app.
Hang on, you got it.
They're not ranked. The Fox game is Wisconsin-Michigan State.
Yeah, so it's Wisconsin-Michigan State. Fox has a big game every Friday night standalone. Let's check what Big Monday is on ESPN. Big Monday. How about you take a look at Monday for me? What does that say?
We just call any day of the week big.
Big Monday, February. What's this month? Christian, what's the big game on this Monday? They always have a big game. It was Kansas, Arizona last week. What is it this week?
It is Houston, Iowa State, a top 5 matchup.
Number 3 versus number 5.
Well, Big Monday.
Big Monday.
Cracking up at that.
Syracuse Duke is going to get my eyeballs more on ESPN. That's the game before.
Christian, let's take a look at what's going on this Saturday. How about let's take a look. So let's go through the games.
On Valentine's Day, when some people are professing their love, other people are catching up.
Colin and I are hopelessly single. What's our game?
We got a top 10 matchup of Kansas and Iowa State. Iowa State goes to host Kansas and then takes on Houston in a 2-day stretch.
Yeah, and Kansas, after this, goes and plays, I believe, Texas Tech again. But Kansas just played Arizona. All the big teams in the Big 12 are playing each other. And that's Big Monday's always a big standalone game on ESPN, and a Big Fox Friday's a big game standalone on Fox. That's why it's great scheduling, because they have a huge game on Monday night, huge game on Friday night, full slate of games on Tuesday, full slate of games on Wednesday, full slate of games on Saturday, and a big CBS game. Let's check what the CBS game is on Sunday.
Is it actually called Big Monday?
Yes.
They should call it Mega Monday. Big. I feel like we're using that word a little bit too fast.
I'm with Christian.
You don't like Big Monday?
I know. I don't think it's a thing.
No, it is. It is a thing. They call it Big Monday. And Bill Self is 16-0 in Big Monday.
The fact that you know that is awesome.
CBS has a big game on Sunday. They pay for these standalone games. Indiana at Illinois on Sunday. They usually do Big Ten.
That's
so it's a good game.
That's a rivalry.
And it's a rivalry, and Indiana needs the game. So there's your games. Christians, why does the schedule stink on Thursday? Because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Mondays, excelente.
Christian, can I sell you on Little Rock versus Western Illinois?
Does Northern Arizona play? No, they do not.
Timmy's in trouble. Is he in hot water?
Worst comes to worst, Christian, you ever want to watch a Northern Arizona game? If you think college basketball is bad, watch a Northern Arizona game, and you'll confirm.
By the way, hang on. You guys aren't given due for a ranked team that's playing on Friday, all right? The Red Hawks of Miami, Ohio, take on the Ohio Bobcats.
The Little Brick Road.
Mike Rizzo. Mike Rizzo's graduating school. The Ohio
You're gonna be
Bobcats.
All over that. You're
Battle
gonna be
of the Bricks, baby. Get on their first loss.
Dude, I've been watching every Miami game. I love watching Miami.
on!
I've been watching Miami because they get everybody's best shot. And
Dude.
they have St. Louis at Loyola Chicago, who's 6-19.
Colin, the skinny on Ohio basketball quickly. Jeff Bulls is in hot water. 13-12, not good enough. Not good enough for the Bobcats this year.
Ohio State's interesting because...
Well, yeah, they're a bubble team. They got to basically...
And then Miami of Ohio is great. That's funny. At least you get one team that's sort of
Ohio State's a bubble team, but Ohio University, we're done.
Yeah, you're done.
We're done. The Bobcats are done. Stand up and cheer.
You got Ohio State. They could still have a chance.
Correct.
Christian Cat, Colin Russo. I like how Christian said, well, schedule stink. Well, let's go through the games.
Well, today's Thursday, and you're convincing me, like, okay, we got games going on. I'm going to go home, and I'm going to turn on some college basketball.
Thursday's the off day. Thursday's the off day.
You couldn't shift it around?
You want a big Thursday day? I like having Thursday off.
By the way,
I like having Thursday
I'm going to say good luck, have fun, don't die in theaters.
Colin, your world football team,
Never heard of that.
The bottle is on. Arsenal bottling the league for the third year in a row.
Christian loves the schedule. So do I. You know what else I love? I love Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios because if you've been to car accident, truck accidents, over to Sip and Fall, my friends Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys, they're here to fight for you. They don't even charge you unless you win. They work tirelessly to get you the maximum compensation that you deserve. Don't settle for just any attorney. Go demand the best. Go get the best. Go get Anajar and Levine. Take that one phone call. Take back control of your life. Don't wait. Call the free consultation today. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Take back Joel Danajar and Levine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you know this director? Gore Verbinski.
Yes. He did the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Okay.
He did the main three. He did the first three.
His latest movie is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die in theaters this weekend.
Never heard of it.
It is a sci-fi adventure movie featuring Sam Rockwell, Michael Pena of
I
Ant-Man
have heard of
fame.
this. I have heard of this. Yeah. There's a godforsaken horror movie that's out about like an Aztec death whistle. Apparently, it's not bad. So we'll see.
Aztec death whistle.
Yeah, they like find it and they a bunch of high school students start blowing on the whistle,
Dude,
and then all of a sudden like they summon a demon.
Colin, you will watch any movie. I could sell you the movie Hobo with a Shotgun. You've ever heard of it?
Oh, that's a real movie.
It's a real
That was
movie.
a joke.
Shut up. That's a real movie.
We used to get stoned to the gills and watch it in high school on Netflix.
Hobo with a Shotgun.
Hobo with a Shotgun. You will laugh the entire time.
Have you seen Rubber?
No.
About the killer tire?
Ooh, I have seen that.
No.
I haven't seen that.
Have you seen that?
No, you heard me. A killer car tire.
I could be sold on it. Have you seen Thanksgiving?
No, I haven't seen that.
It's about a puppet turkey that just goes around murdering
everyone.
everyone.
Sharknado movies?
Yeah, miserable.
Do you ever see Clownnado?
That's a thing.
That's
Really?
a thing.
Okay.
It's a movie.
There's this thing going around right now.
We could go bar for bar.
Yeah.
Which godforsaken movie
Look up.
you've
I'm
seen.
telling
the
you,
evolved
Hobo with-
version
look
of
up
naming
Hobo with a
athletes.
Shotgun.
I'm into Hobo with a Shotgun.
Dude, it is hysterical. It is hysterical. You will laugh the entire time.
Right now on Peacock, which a lot of my memberships have like expired because of screen sharing. Peacock's the one that still is alive for me. So when I want to find movies, oftentimes it's that. They have all of the movies that are public domain.
So they have like the
Winnie of the Poohs.
the Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Yeah.
They have that, but they have everything like that also. There is Mickey Mouse stuff that is horror movies. And there is a horror movie that is Popeye.
Christian, I don't understand why you don't text me for movie recommendations and instead you watch that.
I didn't watch it.
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. Can I give quickly?
Scroll past.
Guys, the synopsis on Hobo with a Shotgun. A homeless, listen. A homeless vigilante blows away crooked cops, pedophile Santas, and other scumbags with his trusty pump action shotgun. It has a 6 out of 10 on IMDb.
Whoa.
Not a bad film. Not a bad
6
film.
out of 10.
Yeah, that's
6 out
pretty
of 10.
good. How many rating? What's it Rotten Tomatoes? Is it on Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm
Is
on
it freshly
IMDb
popped?
right now. I'm on IMDb right now. I'm telling you, we would watch this. And I did, like I said, 5 years sober, no issue saying this. Stoned to the gills,
We just
dude.
breezed past
my
the
God.
two people there's a vigilante against.
3.1 on Letterboxd. That's pretty good. Dude, that's a
Dude,
serviceable rating.
I'm telling you, Colin.
3.1.
You will come back like Riz, dude. Yes.
Crooked cop.
Crooked cops and pedophile Santas. How about that? Was that on your bingo card, Christian?
I'm into this. Yeah, you give me 3.1. I'm
Yes.
pretty certain. Oh,
Yes.
wow. Did you ever see Velocipaster?
What?
Okay, I'm in.
No.
Velocipaster.
You got my ear?
It's
Is he
exactly
a
what you.
priest raptor?
Yes.
Is it a raptor priest?
Mike, I'm telling you, I'm looking at it right now on my Letterboxd, which is a movie review app. I give it 3.5 stars out of 5.
You loved it.
I loved it. I'm telling you. Pastor,
like
Velocipaster, like a priest, but it's a Velocipaster. So it's like a priest. I believe he like merges with a dinosaur, and I'm telling you, unironically, it's a great watch.
Oh.
Hey.
All right, where do I watch it?
I think YouTube.
watch a full movie. By the way, I have no idea
Wow.
where you're watching Hobo with a Shotgun.
I
in
like this movie
2013.
so much. I DM'd the director on Instagram because and I said, "I'm telling you, this was fantastic." And he said, "Thank you, I appreciate it." And
Okay,
that
I
was
can
it.
tell you to watch one movie right now: Avatar: Fire and Ash, or Velociraptor again, or
Velocipaster. I
Pastor.
watched Velocipaster. I'm not watching the third Avatar. I'm not watching the third Avatar.
I've only seen the first one.
Zootopia 2.
I heard that's good. I heard that's
Or
good.
Dude,
Velocipaster.
Can I be honest? Zootopia 1 was a great watch.
Yeah,
It was
I
an
haven't seen it.
unreal movie. I
actually
saw
haven't
that
seen
with
it.
his significant other.
I heard the second one.
We were like
good.
crying at moments of the movie.
You cried at Zootopia.
Low key. Low key. It was a good movie. What do you want from me?
I just
Was it Pixar? Is that Pixar?
Yeah.
Kyle, is that Pixar?
that's
DreamWorks,
DreamWorks.
maybe.
DreamWorks. I
Not
don't know.
Pixar?
It might be Disney. It might be straight up Disney.
Okay.
Did you ever see the Piranha movie?
I've heard of it.
I saw it in theaters.
I've
Yeah,
heard of
the
it.
Piranha was a big like classic slop, but people like it.
yes.
Like
That's
a good, bad movie. You know
it's
what
like
I
one
mean?
of those movies. It's a bunch of high schools or college students like drinking on a lake, and a
You're-
bunch of killer piranhas start killing people.
Your favorite good, bad movie is Red Dawn 2 with Josh Peck.
Wait, not Red Dawn 2, just Red Dawn, the
No,
remake.
Red Dawn the remake. You've seen this,
the
Christian?
remake.
I think we've bonded over this on the air before. I love that movie. I saw it in theaters.
Schlereth is in it.
Mark Schlereth.
Schlereth
Wait,
is in it.
wait,
Mark's-
really?
He's the coach,
Christian,
dude.
if you rewatch
okay, yeah.
the first scene, it's Josh Peck as a high school quarterback in a rivalry game, and he's getting, first of all, the first play, he gets his Brian
carted off the field.
Urlacher like lights him up, and his helmet flies off the field.
Like Ronnie Lott, a Jack
He gets
Lambert
blown
kind of
up
hit.
on the
You
field.
know what I mean?
And then Mark Schlereth, without a headset, is a high school coach, and he's just telling the quarterback to get us in field goal range. He's not calling any plays. He's not calling any adjustments. There's no substitutions.
And what was Josh's reaction to
He said, "Coach, you gotta let me go for it." He goes, "Hit him on the corner." He's like calling out the play so the defense can hear it too. It's great, and it's Josh Peck, and he doesn't they kicked the field goal and he missed the game, but it was great. I love that scene. I showed Mike it the other week.
I think it's insulting to call that a good, bad movie.
I think it's
that's
a good. I think it's a good
just
movie.
a good movie.
I agree. See,
I've listened.
Mike
People
listen,
get attached
the
to
movie
the
was
original
bad. The
with
movie was
Swayze,
bad,
right?
but yeah, and it's 10 times better. I love Swayze. I love Patrick
Swayze.
He's right up there. He's right up.
Swayze.
He's right up there with Harrison Ford for me. And then Will Smith is But before the smack is one of my favorite, couple of my favorite actors.
If you want to see the movies that I give the half a star, Clownado's on there. I guess I didn't love that much. Sharknado 3 is on there.
Colin, you must watch Hobo with a
I'm
Shotgun.
going to watch Hobo
All right.
with a Shotgun.
Thank you.
I'm into Hobo with a Shotgun.
All because there's no good college basketball games tonight. There's only one in the country.
When
going
you're
on right
eating
now.
your 4,000 calorie meal tonight, throw on Hobo with a Shotgun.
This is the night where I get to watch my movies. So
Hobo with
maybe
a
I will
Shotgun.
watch something tonight.
I don't know. I have no idea. Do not ask me where you can
Northern
find
Arizona plays Portland State at 8 p.m. on ESPN Plus. There's what you're going to watch. Portland State's the top team in the Big Sky. They're going to lose by 30, so you'll be done at 8:30. You'll be done.
How's Timmy?
The AD stepped down, and then the assistant AD stepped down after that. My brother's a assistant basketball coach at Northern Arizona, and he's the second assistant. Mike, the AD just stepped down for no reason.
We're in trouble.
And then the assistant AD who took over for the AD stepped down a week later.
We're in trouble.
5 at 5 coming next. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
The 4 p.m. hour on ESPN 106.3 is served by the Delray Beach Open. 140 miles per hour aces, parties, and all the good vibes. Get your tickets today at delraybeachopen.com.
What's the Anna Jar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anna Jar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit one checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
The James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational returns March 6th through the 8th at the iconic Old Course at Broken Sound in Boca Raton. Watch NFL greats like Calvin Johnson, Lawrence Taylor, and returning champion Tim Brown compete with PGA Champions Tour stars including Ernie Els, Darren Clark, and two-time major champion Zach Johnson, who's making his PGA Champions Tour debut. Tickets start at just $36. Get yours now at jameshardyinvitational.com. This is more than a tournament, it's the home of legends.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
This is ESPN 106.3's Mike Rizzo, and recently I had the pleasure of speaking with Dr. Curtis J. Keppert. Dr. Keppert is an orthopedic surgeon who specializes with injuries in the shoulder, elbow, and knee. And Dr. Keppert loves getting an athlete back to 100% and where they need to be.
Just their desire to get back to, the thing that they love to do, and taking them through a low point when somebody gets an injury, and when it is, especially when it's a surgical problem, they know maybe an ACL, they're going to be dealing with this for a year before they can get back, and just taking them through that low point, fixing the problem, and then guiding them through that recovery, and then you see them back out there playing, and it's the best feeling ever.
That's Dr. Curtis J. Keppert with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group. For physician referral, call 866-654-2362 or go online to pbhnphysiciangroup.com.
Time now for the Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. Every Player of the Week is eligible to win a scholarship at the end of the year. This year, a $20,000 scholarship will be awarded to an athlete, with $5,000 going to the winner's high school athletic department. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond. Here's Cade Chum.
Hit two crucial threes in the second half of the Warriors' district championship game against Centennial. Here he is on what it took to get the job done.
Coach talked to me at the end of the first half and was saying, you just need to respond back after I got scored on a couple of times. So it was just really like a mindset thing coming in. I just wanted to be confident in my shot. I just let it ride. So it was just a mindset thing.
Congratulations, Blake, on being selected this week's Land Rover Palm Beach Player of the Week. Good luck to you and the rest of the Warriors in the state tournament. Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli. And
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Colin to the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3, streaming live on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, ESPN West Palm on Twitter and Facebook. We got Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Christian Cat having a grand old time here in the 5 o'clock hour, presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage. Go download the Hard Rock Bet app today because you can bet on just about anything. If you're not looking at the college basketball slate, you're not that enticed with not a lot of ranked matchups, and you want to get into Northern Arizona, Portland State, get on to the Hard Rock Bet app, and you can bet game by game. Put together a parlay, put together a future. You can do all of it in one spot. Check out the Discover page, see what other users are putting together. You can tag along on their picks. You can make your own. It's all in one spot. It's the best because promo boosts, profit boosts allow you to really string together and make a lot of money on the smallest of bets. Put as little as $1 into it, string it together, get 20-fold in your payout. Try it today. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus physically present in Florida the wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody who knows a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY. Wise. We got Christian Cat behind the glass. Let's get to it, Mike. We got to figure out a top 10. And you know how we're going to do this time around? We're going to do top 10 most overrated, period. How we're going to do this? Mike has 5 things that are overrated. I have 5 things that are overrated. And we're going to pool it together, and we're going to come together with a top 10. Let's get to it. Presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage.
Who's moving up?
You know that they're not distracted.
Who's moving down?
I cannot take this serious. That's my personal opinion.
It's time for the Russo and Rizzo Power Rankings.
Yeah.
Presented by
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Folks, you know that Good Greek name. You see their yellow trucks all across town. And if you're moving, I want you to call them, and I don't want you to stress at all. My guy Spiro and his team over at Good Greek Moving and Storage, they got you from start to finish, from local and long-distance moves. They're the only people you need to hit up when it's time to move. That is Good Greek Moving and Storage. They're trusted by sports teams like that, like those Miami Heat, like the Miami Hurricanes. And don't forget, they're the official sponsors now of UFC, the official movers of UFC. Keep them in mind. Go to GreekMoving.com for more information. That's GreekMoving.com for more information. Can't wait to link up with my guy Corey over there at Good Greek here soon. I'm supposed to talk to Corey this week, but a certain marketing consultant had the Super Bowl blues post-Monday. So, Corey, if you're out there, brother, looking forward to reconnecting. All right, Colin.
Well, you want to just give me your 5? We'll pull it all together?
You know what? I think you know where I'm going with one of these.
All right, so we're going to pull it together. I'll put these lists all together, and then you and I are going to have to compromise and put it in a top 10. All right?
Roger that. You want my 5 off the bat?
Yes.
Christmas.
All right, geez. This is going to be a tough thing to rank.
Christmas.
Christmas is overrated to you?
Androids.
All right.
Jeans.
Jeans?
Like
the pants.
I don't own a pair. I don't think I've worn a pair of jeans since my mother made me put mine on when I was 13 years old.
All right, I'm a little down on that. Go ahead.
Caviar.
All right.
Cold pizza. That's where I'm at.
Good range.
That's where I'm at. A little bit of everything. You got a holiday on there. You got food. You got technology. And you got a godforsaken thing that no one wears jeans. I'm telling you, no one wears jeans anymore.
There's somebody wearing jeans right outside right now. Walking by the studio.
Fair play. But what I'm saying is working.
Is that the outlier? Is that her?
Working in this office, rarely ever see a pair of jeans.
Because
That's all I'm saying.
it's not office wear. Point is, all right, there's your 5. Your 5 overrated things that we're going to have to pull together into a top 10. You have Christmas, androids, jeans, caviar, and cold pizza. All right, mine. You're not going to agree with a lot of these. Number 1, coffee and caffeine.
Oh, my God, dude. Christian.
Tremendously overrated. It's a substance.
Dude, coffee, I don't know what I would do without coffee. Next.
Cruise ships.
Never been. Can't have an opinion. You've been on a lot?
No.
Okay. You've never been on a cruise ship, but it's overrated.
Tremendously.
Is that even fair? Is that allowed? Should I call Corey from Good Greek and see if that's even allowed?
It's allowed. Put it on
All
the
right,
list.
Fine.
Getting first class on an airplane.
You're dead wrong.
Yeah, that
Tremendously overrated. Laughably overrated.
No, not at all. God, I want to be comfy. I'm gonna get weighted on hand and foot. The best part of sitting first class is the hot towel. Love the hot towel.
Number 4.
Next.
New Year's Eve. I'll give you a holiday as well. New Year's Eve.
I'm with you. Listen, my old self is
I am
screaming.
down on New Year's Eve.
I can't tell you the last time I went out on New Year's.
It just doesn't do it for me.
Honest.
It doesn't do it for me. It lost its fastball, lost its allure a long time ago.
It did. And granted, we have college football on
It's a
now,
college
too.
football day.
I gotta be
Not
locked
this year.
in.
Not this year. It's gonna be December 30th.
Well, it was this year, and a certain someone played on it. What's your final one?
Graduations.
Oh, I'm with you.
Tremendously overrated
Dude.
experience. I graduated 3 times because I graduated from high school and then twice in college. Nothing moved me.
It is.
Nothing moved me.
And the
You're
worst,
waiting for it to be over.
Can I be honest with you, too? The worst is the poor relatives that got to sit through all those
and baking
godforsaken
in the sun
names.
because it's June and it's hot.
Dude, I think I told you, we had 1,000 kids in my high school graduating class. All of the Rizzos went to the high
and
school.
you wait? They announce everybody?
Dude, everybody. It was hours
Tremendously
on end.
overrated day.
I had to fly in for a graduation last year.
There's nothing to look forward to with
it's
a
so bad.
graduation.
It is awful.
All right, so the way this should work in terms of making the top 10 most overrated things, I think, Colin, you need to take 1 out of the 5 that Mike brought to the table. Mike, you need to take 1 of the 5 that Colin brought to the table. And you need to state your arguments, and it will be either 9 or 10.
All right.
So you want to start down, okay? So
Colin,
you want to put the bottom of the list. I have an idea of where you're going.
You know where coffee needs to be at the bottom. Dude, that is a non... It is
Mike,
a non-negotiable.
you got a non-coffee drinker and a major coffee drinker. How is that a compromise if I give it a 10? You can't operate without coffee.
I can't. I don't think I can. Bare minimum 2 cups.
All right.
Bare
if
minimum.
you get coffee at 10, I'm getting Christmas at 9.
That's fine. That's okay.
Oh, you just all right.
I'm releasing that. I know I am the Grinch. I'm known as the Grinch. I'm
Christmas
completely okay
is not
with this.
overrated.
Once
in any
again,
regard.
number 10 is coffee. Number 9 is Christmas.
We're doing
That was
serpent.
easy.
We're doing snake. It's coming back to me.
Go
All
ahead.
right, if we're gonna go back and forth, the ones that I didn't like from yours that I think.
What do you have them in front of you? Do you need me to
No,
rename
I got
them?
it. I got
okay.
it. I'm between jeans and cold pizza.
You like cold pizza?
Yeah, it's fun. It's good.
Oh,
Why would they serve
disgusting.
it that way?
Disgusting.
It's like, why would you serve any? It's a leftover.
Christian,
Hey,
am
you
I
know,
the only
how do we ask for a leftover anything?
Am I the only psychopath that throws the oven to 350 and puts 2 pieces in there?
Brother, I'm with you arm in arm.
Oh, my
I
God,
can't
dude.
stand cold pizza. I
Disgusting.
won't eat cold pizza
with
yet.
you.
Cold pizza was the original first name of First Take, right?
Yep.
It has such a cultural phenomenon.
Cleveland native Jay Crawford on it. How about that?
I'll
cold
do-
Good
pizza
shout.
sucks.
It sucks. It's not
It's
good. Not good at all.
disgusting.
I'll
Tomato
put-
sauce should never be cold.
It's completely fine. It tastes good.
All right.
But I'm doing jeans.
Thank you.
People wear jeans. Jeans are comfortable. They're versatile. You wear them anywhere.
I don't
They
own a
could
pair.
pass
I
on
don't own a pair.
They could pass in a business casual outfit.
I have about 6 Lululemon pants that I would rather wear
It's a
than
little, yeah.
than jeans.
But jeans are
I'd rather wear
versatile.
slacks.
Jeans do
Jeans
not
will
need
last
to
you
be
forever.
washed.
They last you forever. They last you forever.
And they don't need to be washed every time you wear them.
That's
That's
he's
true.
right. He's right. He's right.
That is disgusting.
You hang them in the air them out for one day and they can wear them the following.
Okay. It's fine. Listen,
Christian's
I know
not the right person to talk to about this, but yes, I understand. Christian
just-
probably hasn't washed his jeans since he bought it off the rack.
I don't know, man. Unless it's like the
new jean smell,
How
once
about
you
this?
wash it.
How about this?
Jeans are still from Abercrombie. I haven't washed
jeans for men.
Tags are on the inside.
This is where I'm going with jeans and men. It's severely overrated. I've never seen you wear a pair of jeans, mate.
No, because I
I've
wear
never
business
s-
casual
but
pants.
what
But
I'm
I
saying,
have jeans. I
seen
like
you,
jeans.
I've seen you outside the office. I've
Well,
never seen you in a pair of
It's too hot
jeans.
outside. It's different. I wore jeans in the Midwest when
Fair
I
enough.
was in school.
Fair enough. All right, coffee, Christmas, and then number 8, jeans is checking in. All right,
I
it's
love
back to
walking
me.
into the Levi's store. It smells good in there.
They have a lot of jeans in Levi's.
The good Super Bowl commercial
Yeah.
with the butts.
All right,
right,
Mike.
let me-
Coffee, caffeine, cruise ships, first class,
All right,
New Year's Eve,
here-
and graduations.
is getting. Sorry, I can't count. Once again, this is our top 10 things we think are the most overrated, presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage. First class, mate. Getting first class.
I don't know if I'll budge here. Mike, first class.
You've never sat first class then, right?
I have sat first class before.
How old were you?
It's been years.
Okay, exactly. And you're young.
I've been upgraded to first class. How about this? I got upgraded to first class, I want to say 2 years ago. And it was a 3-hour flight. It was a waste
Let me
of time.
put it, Christian,
It
have
was a
you ever
waste of
sat
time. It was
first
a
class?
waste of time.
I haven't. I've dreamed of it.
Meals? Do you get food?
Meals. Sit down.
Drinks?
Just sit down.
Your own personal bathroom, the one that not everyone,
Not
the
a
one
personal
that
bathroom.
everyone
It's
is
shared like everybody else.
blowing up. No. On a first class plane,
Depends how big the plane is.
Anyway, unlimited drinks. You get a good meal, and it's good. The food's good. All right? The hot towel is amazing.
You don't pay
The hot
an extra
towel.
$500 for bring a
Colin,
hot towel.
I could actually sleep in first class, and I have outlets.
They have outlets in coach in planes.
Sometimes they don't work, and it depends on what kind of airline you're
When's the
on.
last time you flew coach?
Granted, dude, I fly coach every time back to Cleveland because there's no first class on Frontier or Spirit.
When's the last time first class was available and you did not buy it? You're thinking about this?
Yeah, probably 2019
What?
LA trip.
7 years ago?
2019 LA
So
trip.
every time you're flying American, Delta, United,
First
JetBlue,
class.
whatever it might be, you're going first class.
I'm
every
first
single time.
class. Yep.
Mike, I'm with you. They wouldn't price these first class tickets that high unless people were willing to pay out of pocket for it.
I want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable.
Subjectivity.
I want to be comfortable.
And you're just saying first class. We're talking about overseas. My flights overseas, I'd walk past the first class little pods, and I looked in anger, but I realized that through the age, it was envy, not anger.
Oh, you'll see Mike Rizzo
it
snuggling
was-
his blankie.
And it was another $1,000.
You
that they
budget it
paid
out.
for because it was that valuable.
You budget it out. All right. If you're not going to budge.
No, hey, don't, Mike. You do not. No. You don't have to lay down your
I'm
arms.
surprised Christian's not on my team here. I think this is, it's just not something it's ever worth the price. You want to get, I'm cheapest flight possible.
I got to be honest, man. I'll
sit the middle.
Here's the
I'll sit
issue
in the
too.
wing.
Can I air it out a little bit with me? Boys, my Uncle Patrick has so many points. I rarely pay for a plane ticket. My uncle usually gets me a lot of my flights and puts me first
All right,
class.
I got to
being
take the
completely
baton
honest.
now because that's the
completely honest.
non-starter. Okay, Colin. As someone who is not a habitual first-class flyer, who wishes he was a first-class flyer.
Again, it doesn't make.
I got to shout out my and honestly,
If I was getting it for free, yeah, like it's different.
the same
you
way
might as
too.
well.
Hang on,
But if I don't want to spend, I would never spend the money.
First
on it.
class-
Uncle Jamie, by the way, who listens all the time, is probably listening out. He hooks it up through with United, it's Uncle Jamie. Delta,
You're killing our
American,
credibility.
that's Uncle P territory. Delta's East Coast, and P grew up in Boston. He's always flying
First
Delta.
class flying is the closest humans have gotten to time travel because you can fall asleep and wake up at your destination. You cannot do that in a coach
Colin,
seat.
the only
You can.
time
No,
I
you
know
can't.
you
You
can.
can't.
You
You can't.
did.
It's
How?
impossible.
How?
There was an
How?
argument that crossed me on Monday morning.
I sleep on airplanes fine. I'm lucky. I could sleep anywhere, but I sleep on airplanes no problem. And you know why? I'll add to this. Mike knows I am first flight out every time. If there's a 4 a.m. flight, I'm on it. That makes it absurdly easier to fall asleep.
Listen,
when
man,
you are there's something to that. If you're sleep deprived, if you clearly need the extra 2 hours and you get a 3-hour flight, whatever it might be, you could fall asleep if you're taking off at 5:15 in the morning. It's harder to fall asleep at 2 in the afternoon. It's a lot easier to fall asleep if you're first thing in the morning. Am I wrong there? Is there not an argument to that?
The only time I've ever fallen asleep on an airplane was first class.
Wow.
And granted, I can't sleep in a car.
Yes, you're not the type.
Like
yeah.
if it's moving, I'm usually not sleeping.
Yeah, I head back, and I don't even recline. Christian's a big recliner. I'm not even a recliner. I'll sit upright, and I'll be.
You
want to
know the Christian? You want to know
light.
You want to know the best part about sitting first class? You don't got to worry about putting your seat back. It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Doesn't matter
so
if you put
Mike,
your seat
you
back.
do not think first-class flying is overrated. Colin, what of Mike's list? Are you putting head to toes with it?
Well, I
Yeah,
already
by the way,
chose
yeah, number
jeans.
se-
I already chose
So
jeans.
quickly,
It's his pick now. I already chose jeans.
Well, I said, hang on. It's coffee, Christmas, jeans, and then sitting first class. We are now on number 6, and it is back to you.
All right, fine. Sitting first class. We'll put it on there. All right, outside of this, I agree with the other 3. So I have no problem in the order we could put it. But the one I enjoy the most out of androids, caviar, and cold pizza, I hate androids. I hate androids because our boss, Brian Rowitz, has an android, and I do not receive his texts. And
Which is the weirdest thing ever.
So, and this is true. This is a proven phenomenon. People don't think, I'm not lying about this. I get texts. I will get 35. Sometimes when Russo and Rizzo chat is blowing up and Colin's not responding, you think, oh, maybe he's sleeping. No. Colin is just straight up hasn't received it, and he'll receive it at 4 in. 82 text messages from Russo and Rizzo get it all at once. It's because of Brian's phone.
And also, it recently happened. Our direct, no one knows who's that. Tina from the Happy Hour on Theoretically Speaking hit us up about something work related and had Brian on the text chain. And I text Colin. I said, "Dude, are you seeing what Tina is saying?" He goes, "No." So.
The Android's going to be high.
Androids are godforsaken.
Christian used to be an Android guy.
I don't think many people rate androids high. This list is overrated.
No, dude. You ask an Android person.
Wait, to quote Mike, Androids, get rid of it.
Yeah. Dude,
I'm fine with it. I'm anti-monopoly
Christian,
unless it's with phones. It should only be iPhone.
Hear me out on this. The reason I think it's relevant, the Android's a loud batch. If you have an Android, you are very outspoken about it.
Yeah.
Any Android person you ever meet
Needs
will
to prove
never
you
get
that
an
their
iPhone.
Android's
And
great.
correct, and they will never get an iPhone.
And
You're
will
a rare bird that did get an iPhone.
The
after
cell
having
phone,
it.
the smartphone has changed from an accessory to a tool. Like every year, we get closer and closer to what kind of phone you have actually does not make. No one's impressed that you have the latest iPhone at all.
It
Remember
used
that
to be a big thing. It's
That
not.
used to be a massive thing. Going back to even flip phones, if you had the newest edition of a Verizon LG,
BlackBerry was the big one.
that was like a status symbol. That was a big deal. That was like a mini version of what car you drove was what cell phone you had. Now it does not matter.
people-
it can only
yeah.
hurt you.
So
People
I think
cannot believe I have a home button.
I
by the
agree
way.
with the idea that Christian said we shouldn't put this near 1 through 3 because it's not highly rated enough for us to make it overrated. I think of your list, I think caviar is the strongest option for that.
That's fair.
Disgusting.
I would do.
You ever eaten
I
it?
would do cold pizza at 6.
Have you ever eaten caviar?
It's a waste of time.
Oh,
It's a waste of time.
I just, it doesn't taste like anything. It's
$60.
gross.
You get it.
It's gross. It's fish
It's
eggs.
like as big as like your thumbprint.
I'm seeing an
and that's
embryo.
it.
I'm seeing an embryo. No, I'm good.
Yeah, when Colin was in the ESPN booth at the College Football National Championship game, how was the caviar there with Pitaro
Honest to
and Pat
God.
McAfee?
Yeah, with all those guys. Yeah, that was casual. That was Christian's hot dogs, is jumbo hot dogs. The godforsaken
Colin,
food.
Colin,
I'm
Colin,
upset about that.
I gotta be honest here. I think this is where cruise ships is checking in. I've never been on one.
Dude,
and
those
to
are a
be
waste
honest,
of time. They're a waste of time.
you've never been on one.
It's a waste of time. You want to get in a hotel on wheels? Is that essentially what we're doing? You're in the ocean.
Christian, I want to do one.
There are,
Got to be honest with
just
you.
as you say, as the Android people love their Androids.
Oh, the cruise
the
ship
cruise
people.
people,
They will die on
they'll
that
fight a
hill.
war
That-
for their
they will
cruise
die on
ships.
that hill.
We work with somebody, but I'm not going to say who it is. Who
Oh,
loves
he
cruise
loves
ships.
cruise
All right,
ships.
well, it's a guy. But yeah, Colin is right. He loves cruise ships.
Oh my God, he loves cruise. He won't go on a vacation without a cruise ship.
That's how he sees the world.
Like, all it is, if you go on multiple cruise ships, how is it different than the first time? You go to a place at the beach, you got a casino, you got an all-you-can-eat buffet, which is most likely terrible, and all you can drink.
Because sometimes there's good food, but it's not included.
And you get to travel.
Right.
There,
Ah,
there he is.
There's Jeff
There he
on the
is.
video
There he
stream
is.
talking about how much he loves the
I think
cruise
like,
ships.
I'm also hating
I think
Mounts
a
on the
big
club.
selling point. I think a big selling point is like you could go explore like a Mediterranean. I would love
I'll
to
give
do
you an
the
example. You want an example? You want an
cruise.
example? This is as godforsaken as cruise ships get. I'll knock him here. My sister's boyfriend, right? They've been dating for 3 years, something like that, 2.5 years. when she graduated Notre Dame, which was in 2023. Wow, they've been dating longer than that, but 3-4 years. He got her a graduation gift. Mike, you want to know what the gift was?
A cruise?
A cruise. A cruise from New York City. Usually cruise take off, a mile and a half from here. New York City to Bermuda, which is in the middle of the Atlantic, which is sort of halfway between here in New York, but on the coastline. What time of the year? The Friday after Thanksgiving.
So it's freezing. It's freezing.
She packed a winter coat. They disembarked from New York. They go on their trip. And because it's the winter, the wind was too bad. They couldn't even dock in Bermuda. So they just turn around and go home.
They get their money back?
It's like they're at the Shining House.
No, they do not get their money back. He paid for that because it's his fault that he bought a ticket to a cruise in the Northeast in November.
That's on him.
Cruises might be overrated.
That's a waste of time.
Well, listen, it's right there, baby.
Of the most overrated things.
It's right in the middle.
Especially in the year 2026, where there is so much information on travel, where it's less intimidating as it's ever been to go anywhere in the world.
People who want to do cruise ships don't want to do the work to put together a vacation. I get it.
All right, Kyle.
Which is fair. Like, hey, it's 1982, and I want to go to Mexico. It's a little bit easier to go to Mexico on a cruise ship when they tell you what to do.
You can still do trips and go places and have it all set up for you if you really wanted to.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Cruise ships at number 5. I'll never go on one.
You're running out of stuff. You got Android and you got Caviar.
Yeah. So here,
Well, I guess we
I'm
flip
firmly Androids. I'm firmly in Androids here.
All right, so it's Caviar. Then
Caviar is your top one. No. Androids is coming up because Caviar is more overrated than Androids are.
Well, the only ones you have left to pick from, what I'm saying is Caviar or Android.
I'm going Androids.
Okay. Right here at 4?
At 4. Most overrated.
I don't know, dude. Okay.
Caviar is Caviar is so elitist. It's so overrated.
And supposedly the features and the specs of Androids that are, quote, so much better than iPhones. We had it 10 years ago.
Have you ever seen a photo taken from an Android? It looks awful.
Lived 2 years doing it, brother.
It looks godforsaken. A video from an Android?
90% of people aren't able to tap into the cool features that supposedly the Androids have.
Have you ever seen a selfie from an Android? Like, the face is distorted. It's like in 3D. It's very bizarre. I do not like it at all.
All right.
Androids needed a circus trick to fold their phones.
Yeah, I hate Brian's phone.
We're down on Brian Rowe.
We're down on Brian Rowe. It's our director.
We're down on Brian and his phone.
His phone. He has a lousy phone.
You know what? Also convenient. The guy who likes cruises is also an Android guy.
Of course.
What's going on here?
Androids, cruise ships, and jeans is one person.
I think he's wearing jeans.
It's one person. Brian, I think, loves cruise ships as well.
Brian likes jeans.
And he likes jeans.
Wait a second.
Brian hates Christmas.
This is his list.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle. I'm stuck here. Christian, I could use some help.
You got New Year's Eve and graduation.
And I think they're both godforsaken. So graduating is great. It should be celebrated. We don't need to be in an auditorium or a football field
if you ask
for
me,
3 hours.
I think graduations need to be the highest. That's my personal opinion.
God, New Year's sucks though.
New Year's sucks. I think it is I think it's getting more popular. The fact that it's not.
And then
very good.
the resolution side of it, it's just
what are you thinking? Just gut call.
I guess it's got to be New Year's because sitting through a graduation is awful.
I think Caviar needs to be number 1. By the way, so I'm willing to put Caviar number 1. I cannot stand Caviar. I can't stand the concept of it. I hate.
They put caviar on sushi sometimes, right? It's a different kind of fish.
I don't know. I would never pay for it. I never paid for it. I have no idea.
But the little orange. It's called Masago, I think.
Okay.
It's close. I think it's a relative of the caviar.
Christian, I tried it. What I'm saying is,
I'm
brother,
not picking up what you're putting down.
Guys, I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to keep it a buck as I always do. I tried it one time when I was 14 years old, and I puked it up. When I looked at it, and my dad, I looked at it, and I did it, and I immediately hated it. And my dad told me what it was, and I saw embryos inside. I ran to the bathroom and barfed.
Man.
Could have been a little placebo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you're told that it's Rocky Mountain oysters.
I cannot believe I just ate that kind of thing. But caviar.
Caviar needs to be number 1.
It is, yeah. So number 2 is graduations, and number 1, caviar.
Now, me and Mike, we're divorced kids.
Yeah.
My college graduation never happened, so I completely avoided that, having to balance both families. Is it as hard as I imagined it was going to be?
Now, I am a very odd case study where mom and dad are friends.
Okay.
So
it worked out okay.
Yeah. And frankly, my mother and father, they started dating when they were 17 years old and were together till they were about, 45. All right. It ended like all divorces do, ugly, but as time went on, they're really good friends. My dad is happily married again to my lovely stepmother, Lisa. My mother is single. But they are great friends.
Man.
And at that moment in time in life, everything was hunky dory. And, granted, I give them a lot of credit. I do. I give my parents a lot of credit.
That was the stressor I was with at graduation, balancing time with everyone who's in town to see you.
That's where everybody's just got to swallow their tongue and figure it out.
Yep.
This is not about them.
But you're right. Graduation, the actual ceremony sucks.
There's nothing fun.
God.
And people look forward to the day. No, nobody looks forward to the day. There's nothing to look forward to.
It is so bad.
I literally apologized to my brother and sister that they were like every graduation I had. It's like, dude, so sorry.
Nobody likes graduation.
This is a waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
If it were up to me, I'd walk across and immediately. And I'd actually no, I don't even need to walk. Why do you need to walk?
Is it for
Just
the
give me the
parents?
certificate.
It is for the parents.
Yes, it is for the parents.
But even the parents, once the bullets are flying and they realize that their kid's last name starts with the letter W, and we're still in the Garcias, like, no.
And by the way, the whole please save your celebrations until I am the guy.
Oh, I'm the guy who hates
bloody
you.
murder.
I'm the guy who hates you.
I brought a boat horn. I brought one of those boat horns to my cousin Paige's one.
You're waiting for 3 hours. Of course you're going to get excited.
I brought the boat horn that you blow when you're stuck in the water.
What are the honorary speakers, too? The guys who do at graduations, at least college graduations at big schools? Oh, I can't even remember.
I can't
remember who did the commencement address for us, but it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time. Oh, my God. I remember my sisters for Notre Dame. Oh, who's in the stadium, and it was some former politician.
So what's the summation of the top 10 most overrated things according to Russo and Rizzo? As of February 12th, the list could be fluid.
Number 10, we'll start from the bottom, work our way up. Number 10 is coffee. Number 9 is Christmas. Number 8 is jeans. Number 7 is sitting first class.
Yep.
Number 6 is cold pizza. Number 5 is cruise ships. Number 4 is Android. Number 3 is New Year's Eve. Number 2 is graduation. And the number 1 most overrated thing on the planet, according to Colin Russo and Mike Rizzo, is caviar.
Not even a question. That's a great
Number
selection.
1.
It's a great selection. I will never in my life, I'll tell you right now, I'll never in my life order caviar.
Guys, I never puke. Like, when I get the flu, it comes out the other way.
I'll tell you right now.
I never puke.
All right, calm down.
I think I've puked probably twice in 20 years, and one of them was from eating caviar.
Next segment brought to you by Carnival Cruise Lines. And
I would go on a cruise to the Mediterranean.
And Levi's Jeans will present to you.
Levi's Jeans and caviar. Whatever company funds that. Mike Rizzo, Colin Rizzo, Christian Cat, Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Get numerous benefits, including 2 yearly tune-ups to keep your AC unit world class. Make your family and your nation proud with the Gold Plan from EDS Air Conditioning. EDS is yes. EDSairconditioning.com.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The 5 p.m. hour is presented by Good Greek Moving and Storage, the world's only total relocation company. Local or long distance, they've got you covered.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar & Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar & Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Love is in the air this Valentine's Day, and this gift lasts longer than roses. A free water test from Culligan. Culligan's advanced filtration and softening systems reduce harsh chemicals, giving you cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Come on now. Give your home some love. Schedule your free water test at Culligan.com. Serving all of South Florida. Culligan Water. Water you love.
Hey, Culligan man.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
If you're ordering caviar at a restaurant, you are a fool. A fool.
There's nothing mark it up there, too.
Appetizing about that. Go eat ground turkey
What's
like
funny
the rest
is
of us.
I was thinking about it. I said, you're eating embryos, realizing I eat 6 eggs a day.
Oh.
Which is also technically an embryo.
You know where they don't serve caviar? It's at spring training. At Cacti Park Baseball, 2026 spring training is here. Cacti Park at the Palm Beach is the place to be this season. Right here in West Palm Beach, the Astros and the Nationals are hosting some of baseball's biggest stars. Catch the Cardinals, Mets, Yankees, Marlins, Orioles, Phillies, Pirates, even Team Venezuela for the World Baseball Classic all spring long. Nothing beats a day at Cacti. That sunshine, the crack of the bat, the best promotions. It really is the best seat in baseball. Running now through March 22nd. Tickets are selling fast. Go get a happy hour game. Go to Bark in the Park night, fireworks night, college night, Sunday brunch. They have it all. Visit cactipark.com to lock in your seats today. Spring training baseball is here in West Palm Beach. Do not miss a moment at Cacti. Let's bounce around a little. 5% by Flagler Credit Union.
5 topics.
High five.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get out of here.
Endless takes.
You can't handle the truth.
All gas, no brakes.
And it's shaking big time.
It's time for the 5 at 5.
Hold on to your butts.
Presented by Flagler Credit Union, proud supporter of FAU Athletics. Number 1.
Well, the PGA Tour right now is in California, but we've got news out of Georgia. Gary Player, 3-time Masters champion, a top 10 golfer of all time, was denied a request to play around with his 3 grandsons by an Augusta National Golf Club.
No way.
Player said, quote, "I've been an ambassador for Augusta for all these years, yet they won't let me have one round of golf in my life with my 3 grandsons." He has been an honorary starter for the Masters since 2012. And Player added that his grandsons are dying to know about their grandfather's episodes on that golf course. All the golf courses that have hosted the Open, the U.S. Open, and the PGA would oblige, but not at Augusta.
Wow, that's nonsense. That is crazy.
Well, they hold themselves to a different standard.
Yeah, but he's a winner.
Yeah, trust me.
They throw all that out the window once you win.
Kyle, I'm trying
Apparently
to.
not.
Well, they should.
Hey, boys, you keep a secret. I'm trying to go there someday, so I'm not trying to get on their bad side. No, I mean, yeah, this is pretty egregious, right?
Hey, you win it. You win it. I understand the exclusivity. It's part of the allure. But when you win, don't they give you a membership? They let you be don't they give you an automatic membership to the actual club?
I think yes, you do. You do get a membership to the club if you win, and he's won 3 times. I think the guest policy is tight.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What, you can only play with the other winners when they're around? I think
you can only bring one person every once in a while.
That's not.
Gary Player cannot bring his family.
Nonsense. I don't know what that's about.
Not allowed, bro.
Maybe he rubbed somebody the wrong way and it's spite, but that's a bizarre
You think they
story.
deny Tiger if he wanted to bring his
Tiger
kids?
can bring Christian, you, me, Brian, Theo, and about 17 people in this office to Augusta to play if he wants.
And we're going to ride, too. We're not going to walk the course.
Yeah, we can wear, yeah.
We're going to get the cart.
Number 2.
How about the baseball news? Some freaking baseball news.
Thank
The
God.
Phillies have released outfielder Nick Castellanos. The team announced today Castellanos had $20 million remaining on the final year of his 5-year, $100 million contract.
Yeah.
He signed ahead of the 2022 season, and sure, there's baseball news with that. But did you see the news about how he said goodbye to the city of Philadelphia, where he opened up about a story in Miami where he was taken out of the game for a defensive substitution. He had some problems with the manager of the team at the time for the Phillies, Rob Thompson. He brought beer into the dugout, didn't crack it open before teammates took it out of his hand and brought it out of the dugout. Nick Castellanos wrote a handwritten letter to Philadelphia, his former managers, his former GM, and all of that. Do you have a problem with a player who's taken out of the game, cannot re-enter the game, cracking open a cold one in the dugout?
Yeah, I don't think you should do that.
It's culture.
Let's be honest. You
Right,
can't do
it's
that.
probably not good for the culture.
You can't do that. The other guys are playing. You're playing a baseball game. You're a professional athlete. You don't need a beer.
I just
Right?
noticed.
Save the beer for the clubhouse.
Like, they got Adolis Garcia. They didn't necessarily, I don't know. They didn't necessarily.
Well, there's
need
guys still available too. They could always make a move.
Yeah, but they got Garcia. He's going to be playing right next year. The former Texas Ranger. He hits about 30 homers a year.
They don't have a lot of depth. Who else do they have about that?
It's
Brandon Marsh, maybe.
It's Marsh plays left. It's Justin Crawford, who's who I was watching in fall league. Colin, he needs to elevate more.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Anyway,
that's not
and
a lot
then
of
Garcia.
depth. It's not a lot of depth.
Behind him.
But they did get out Garcia, who's going to be the replacement. So.
Yeah, but I mean, they have their 3 starters, but to Colin's point, they're missing the util guy. I don't know. Phillies beach is fine. Castellanos, he had a lot of big hits in the playoffs. I know they never really won a World Series.
Yeah, good big game player.
But,
he is very cold, and all of a sudden he hits a big base hit.
Bounced around a lot. Tigers, Cubs,
they're good
Phillies.
Career. Yeah, good career.
Number 3.
Go to the National Basketball Association because, Mike, your favorite team has a newcomer. He goes by the name of James Harden.
They've looked good, Kyle.
Do you think James Harden is loyal to Cleveland?
All right, but Mike, give us your response to James Harden's first couple games, and I'll tell you how James Harden works.
Dude, listen. Garland's been injured. That's the reason he's not on the team. The team has needed a point guard and a facilitator. Dude, they've played their best basketball, I think, in months. They look good in 3 games. I got to be honest.
This is what happens to every team James Harden has ever joined. It is called the honeymoon phase of James Harden. It happened with the Nets. It happened with the Sixers. It happens with the Clippers. It happened with every team he had joined. Harden gives an immediate
You let me get
boost.
excited for like a month
no.
before this burns down.
No, not with Harden.
You can't let me have that.
Because this is what Harden does. And then all of a sudden when he's 2 of 17 in a game 6 in the playoffs, don't come looking around screaming about James Harden because don't say I didn't warn you.
The East stinks. That's why I'm
Say I
excited.
didn't warn you.
The East stinks. I think the Cavs could beat the Knicks. I hope Harden continues to, go 1 for 4 from the field with 13 points and 11 assists. Guy was diming last night. Terrible team, though. He played an awful team.
This is what he does. He is an immediate boost. He's a plug and play, but then he's going to make the. Isn't that funny? The Clippers were 6-21, and now they're 26-28. So they went 20-7 and James Harden requested a trade in the middle of that. They were playing that well. How about that? Maybe I saw the writing on the wall that Kawhi was going to get suspended. But, I mean, leave it to Harden to leave a good thing when he's playing in L.A., making a ton of money, and he bails the last second.
So this isn't Kenny Atkinson getting through to Harden, head coach of the Cavs?
No.
Number 5.
Miami Dolphins, it leaked over the weekend that they are going to be moving on from Tua Tagovailoa, and now that leaves a vacancy at that QB1 position in Miami. On the Le Batard show today, a couple of options were kicked around. The obvious answer, because Jeff Hafley and the general manager for the Dolphins now are both coming over from Green Bay, was Malik Willis, who looked really good when he did get those starts for Green Bay last season. While he might be the leader in the clubhouse for new Dolphins quarterback Malik Willis, what do you think about this option?
Kyler Murray would interest me, but please tell me what you're putting around him, because I don't know what the Dolphin plan is right now in terms of people they have that anybody else in the league would want. They have like 4 of them maximum that anybody in the league, that anyone in the league would want. Yeah, it's
Paul, Waddle, Achane. Yeah, that's not bad weapons to work with for a quarterback.
Aaron Brewer.
And while Kyler Murray, in previous seasons would be really, that's the gold standard, I honestly think Kyler Murray's probably the best option if you're hoping to upgrade at the position this year, and that includes the draft.
He is the best name and hope option. That is not up for dispute in terms of what's available.
Do you see Kyler Murray donning the teal in 2026?
I could totally see it happening. I don't know if that's a Packer-type organization player.
Would never happen.
A short, injury-prone, a speedster, has had problems with focus in the past, at least allegedly.
Okay. All right.
And I don't think that makes a lot of sense. It's writings on the wall. They got a Packer GM and a Packer coach. They're going to get Malik Willis.
So how about this? Kyler getting brought. So you're going to move on from Tua, who historically could never stay healthy.
Bad contract, can't get healthy.
And you're going to go to the same exact guy, Kyler Murray.
Bad contract, can't get healthy.
Bad contract, can't get healthy, and has played 17 games one time in 5 seasons. Listen, I like Dan a lot. I like Le Batard a lot. That's a bad take. That was a bad take.
Take a timeout, close it. Next, it's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 1063. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Cat. Christian Cat has a question he wants to pose to the crowd. What is that?
Mike, can I come over tonight?
You want to watch Paranormal Activity?
You know, we were talking during the break about the Paranormal Activity movies, and I love those movies. But watching horror movies alone, I feel like is depressing.
Dude,
and it's spooky.
Christian, I am such a wuss. I do not think I could watch Paranormal 3 alone. I'm dead serious.
Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought you were about to completely shut down the idea of watching it in general. Okay. So is that a yes? Are you busy tonight?
I sadly have plans.
No!
I got Boca plans with the Boca fam. But, Christian, what are you doing this weekend?
Okay.
Not this weekend. Choose another day.
I am in town.
Choose another day. There's not a lot going on.
I am in town.
All right.
This
Wait.
weekend.
There's a lot going on.
Christian, let's put it this way. I have Saturday tailgate, and this is the final weekend before Inter Miami starts. So we're going to. And by the way, I guess I never said it. Folks, I'll be the voice of Inter Miami this year.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Can't wait.
On the English broadcast right here on ESPN 106.3.
Right here on 106.3.
Oh, I thought you picked up Spanish.
No, but Christian, Saturday or Sunday, I'm available.
What about Friday?
There's too much going on Saturday.
Because I do have a wrestling show I kind of want to watch at 8 o'clock on Saturday.
Let me get back to you about Friday.
What about Sunday?
There are some things in the world.
All-Star
I can do
game.
Sunday.
Post
I could
1
do
o'clock
Sunday.
CBS?
Christian, I get 100% do Sunday, so just keep me updated.
How many do you want to watch?
Dude, I think we at least got to watch
Many?
1, 2, and 3.
Colin, are you coming over?
Would you come
I
over?
would watch. I'd watch one.
Come over.
How about Hereditary? Can I pose an? I guess
No, it's a marathon. You got to watch one of the series. I get into that.
I could do it.
Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Christian Cat. We'll figure it out next time right here. ESPN 1063.